हेलो बच्चों, आज हम पढ़ेंगे डायरेक्ट, सर्कुलर एंड हाइपरबोलिक फंक्शंस। इसके ऊपर हम पढ़ेंगे। ये सिलेबस, ये जो चैप्टर है ये हायर मैथमेटिक्स के सिलेबस में होता है। बीएससी स्टूडेंट्स, इंजीनियरिंग स्टूडेंट्स ये सब पढ़ते हैं और इसको हम आगे पढ़ेंगे सर्कुलर एंड हाइपरबोलिक फंक्शन के बारे में। तो पहले सर्कुलर फंक्शन क्या होता है, सर्कुलर फंक्शन, और क्या होता है हाइपरबोलिक फंक्शन। अगर हम कहें sin x, its value, if we apply the Maclaurin expansion, then sin x would be x minus x cube upon 3 factorial plus x to the power 5 by 5 factorial minus x to the power 7 by 7 factorial plus that. And we know that cos x in the expansion form, it is 1 plus x square by 2 factorial minus, sorry it is minus, plus x to the power 4 by 4 factorial minus x to the power 6 by 6 factorial plus that. We know it, the expansion of sin x and cos x. This is called Maclaurin series. And similar way, we can write e to the power of x as 1 plus x square by 2 factorial plus x cube by 3 factorial plus x to the power 4 by 4 factorial plus that. This sin x and cos x, these two are called the circular functions. If I say z is a complex number, z is a complex number, then if I replace this one as x as iz, if I replace x as iz, then this would be 1 plus iz plus I square z square upon 2 factorial plus iq zq upon 3 factorial plus I fourth z fourth upon 4 factorial, like this. What is the value now? Yes, we can write here 1 plus iz, I square is minus 1, so minus z square upon 2 factorial, then plus iq zq, iq is I square I into I square into I na, I square minus 1 into I minus I, so this is minus zq upon 3 factorial plus z to the power 4 by 4 factorial. In this way it will be extended. So if I would collect these terms, the real parts if I would collect, you see 1 plus iz, here I square z square by 2 factorial, this is z square upon 2 factorial, iq is minus zq, I fourth is plus 1, here you see again you will get I fourth into I, again you will get here I into z to the power 5 by 5 factorial. This term will be like this. So now what to do? If we collect these terms, the real parts, then you will get 1 minus z square by 2 factorial plus z fourth by 4 factorial plus that plus I into z minus zq by 3 factorial plus z to the power 5 by 5 factorial minus, we will get like this. We know that if we compare this one with this one, you see 1 minus z square by 2 factorial plus z fourth by 4 factorial plus this one can be written as cos z. Similarly, z plus zq by 3 factorial, z minus plus minus, alternatively it will be sin z. So e to the power of iz now becomes cos z plus I sin z, what we have studied in your plus 2 level. E to the power of iz is equal to cos z plus I sin z. This is the Euler form of the complex number. What you have studied? Euler form of complex number. Is it clear to everybody? Again, we have taken sin x is equal to this one, cos x is equal to this one. We can replace also here z. If we replace z also, we will get sin z is equal to z minus zq by 3 factorial plus z to the power 5 by 5 factorial in this way. Here also cos z can be replaced as 1 minus cos z can written as 1 minus z square by 2 factorial plus z to the power 4 by 4 factorial minus so on. So this one is cos z and this one is your sin z. So e to the power I z is equal to cos z plus I sin z. This is the Euler form of the complex number. I think it is clear to everybody. Pause the video, note it down. In similar way, we will get e to the power of minus I z. E to the power of minus I z is equal to 1 upon e to the power of I z. We can write here 1 upon cos z plus I sin z. 1 is equal to cos z plus I sin z into cos z minus I sin z. You see, a plus b into a minus b, a square cos square z minus b square minus I square sin square z. I square is minus 1, cos square plus sin square z 1 divided by cos z plus I sin z. Yes, e to the power minus I z is cos z minus I sin z. Now if I add e to the power I z plus e to the power minus I z, what will be its value? It will be cos z plus I sin z plus cos z minus I sin z. Answer is 2 cosine z. Implies cos z equal to e to the power of I z plus e to the power of minus I z upon 2. If I say z equal to, if z equal to ix, if I would replace z equal to ix, then what would happen? Then cos ix, then cos ix is equal to e to the power of I into ix plus e to the power of minus I into ix upon 2. Or this one is equal to, or implies cos ix becomes e to the power of minus ix minus x, sorry, e to the power of minus x, because of I into I square minus 1 minus x plus e to the power of minus I into I, that is minus I square plus 1 e to the power of x upon 2. This function is called hyperbolic function of cosine. So I can write cos ix is equal to cos hx. This is called the hyperbolic function. Pause the video, note it down. You see that we got cos hx is equal to e to the power of x plus e to the power minus x by 2. If I say e to the power iz plus e to the power of minus iz, your answer would be cos z plus I sin z plus cos z minus I sin z. Cos z plus I sin z, sorry, the minus, if we make minus, because of you have got already in terms of plus, so it will be minus, okay. Then our answer would be cosine z plus I sin z minus cos z plus I sin z, cos z minus cos z, so 2I sin z. Therefore, sin z equal to, we can write e to the power of iz minus e to the power of minus iz upon 2i. If I would replace z as ix, then this would be e to the power of I into ix minus e to the power minus I into ix upon 2i. So this one would be e to the power of I into I square minus x minus e to the power of minus I into I minus I square and a plus 1 into x plus x upon 2i. Which one? Sin ix. If I would multiply I on numerator and denominator, I into e to the power minus x minus e to the power of x divided by 2i into I, that is 2i square. So this one 2i square means I square is minus 1. E to the power minus x by e to the power of x now becomes e to the power of x minus e to the power of minus x. E to the power minus x by e to the power of x by 2i square means minus 1. If we divide, then it will be altered e to the power x minus e to the power minus x by 2 into I. Thereby we can write sin ix is equal to, we are getting I into e to the power of x minus e to the power minus x by 2. This part is your sin hx. So I can write here I into sin hx. This is the hyperbolic function. This is the sine hyperbolic function e to the power x minus e to the power minus x upon 2. So we got sin ix h I sin hx. You see, in cos hx is free from I, whereas sin ix is with I, and this is your sin hx. You see, cos hx equal to this one. We can write it also as cos ix. What already I have taught. And similarly, sin ix can be written as I sin hx. So sin hx can be. Therefore, if we want to know what about sin hx, sin hx is equal to 1 by I sin ix. Pause the bullet, note it down. Okay. So we got the basic introduction on circular function and hyperbolic functions. Only 2 videos will be done more. One will be regarding the properties, other one is regarding the derivatives and all others.